Hey guys, this is Hamid again, author of the book 7-Figure Agency Mindset A to Z. And today we're going to discuss about a very important chapter of my book, chapter number 11, that tells about a system of rewards and penalties. Look at that. So if you're running an agency, you got to make sure that you have a system of rewards when your employees are rocking in their work, and then some penalties if they are under the KPIs. Now, what is KPI? KPI is actually key performance indicators that can evaluate your employees or the stakeholders about their performances. So in my agencies like Software Pro, Ecom Development, NYC, HTML Pro, and other agency niches that we have set up a framework or a principle, and that is called CARES. Now, what does the CARES means? CARES mean care. Care for who? Care for the organization, care for stakeholders, the clients, and everyone who is connected to you. And that's not enough. The care starts from C. C means customer success. So among the stakeholders, the most important role and the most important stakeholders are your customers. So C means customer success. All your employees, all your other stakeholders should be working to make your customer successful. A in CARES mean accountability. So you have to understand, after reading my book, 7-Figure Agency Mindset A to Z, that what is the difference between the responsibility and accountability. I was delivering a session to a lot of agency owners today, and trust me that we are not able sometimes to understand the difference between the responsibility and accountability. So accountability means that there has to be one accountable person to meet certain KPIs. And that could be your project manager, that could be your integrator, that could be your team lead, that could be your developer or the marketer or the person who has been given a number to achieve. So C, customer success, A, accountability, R, mean results. With all of the work that you are delivering for your clients, you need to create some high quality results for your customer. And it's important to understand from the results point of view that whatever the end goal of your client is, which could be the completion of a website, the completion of a software, the completion of a digital marketing project, or the monthly goals, you are delivering the results for your customers. So that is CAR in the CARES. Now, what is E? E means excellence. You're not going to deliver an ordinary work for your customers to make a 7-figure agency. If you have to make a 7-figure agency, if you want to set up a multiple 7-figure agency, then you have to achieve the excellence, which is 1 or 2 steps above average work. Make sure that you're actually delivering a lot of value to your clients. And that is CARE. Is a care enough? No, it has to be CARES. And what is S in the end? That is a service you're rendering for your customers. So since we are in a service-based business, which is we are delivering digital marketing services, web design services, software development services, DevOps engineering services, or whatever you're doing in order to sell yourself as a human capital, we are rendering the services. So there has to be excellence in services that you are delivering. That is the framework or the principle that we're running in-house. Now let's get back to understand what are some of the KPIs that we can keep in mind while evaluating our stakeholders. And in that sense, it could be your employees who are reporting to you. So my book, 7-Figure Agency Mindset A to Z, says one of the sample KPI, key performance indicator, is client satisfaction. And it says the goal of the KPI is to maintain a high level of customer satisfaction through timely delivery, quality products, and excellence in customer support. So the client satisfaction has to be the number one factor that you need to adopt in your agency. KPIs should be given a very high percentage. So let's say you are evaluating your employees at a matrix of 100. So keep a higher percentage of the client satisfaction. So whoever is involving, which could be a team lead or a developer or the point of contact, whoever is engaging with your client with the quality deliveries, let's make sure the client remains satisfied. What is the next one? The next one is the code quality. So if you have a software development company or a web development company, then that essentially means that you should be savvy about your work. And how to be savvy about your work is when you have maintained a very high code quality standards. Now, similarly, if you don't have a web development expertise, but you're doing like a digital marketing or online marketing agency, then you should have your blueprints or the quality indexes and sheets and papers and SOPs in-house, just to make sure that you have standards that needs to be followed by all the marketers in-house. Now look at my book. It says on-time delivery as the next KPI. So if you want to set up your reward and penalty system, then on-time delivery, meeting the deadlines to deliver a website, deadlines to deliver an SEO project, search engine optimization, to schedule a post, to deliver a piece of software. So there has to be on-time deliveries by your resources. And if your resources are meeting those deliveries, timelines, and deadlines, go ahead, reward them. Find the ways to give them bonus. Find the ways to give them commission so that they feel happy. Okay, if I do a great job, then I should get more commission. I should get more bonus. So that the next time they will have more motivation to complete the work in time by going probably extra mile than their normal shift. And if they get commissions or bonus or anything which is above than their normal payout or whatever they get normally, they will have the motivation to achieve bigger goals. They'll have the motivation to actually create excellence in their support. So do not forget to award those employees who are doing a good job, meeting the deliveries, meeting the timelines. And if those deadlines are not delivered, do not forget to create the penalties mechanism. Now, at the same time, if you have a lot of focus on deliveries, but do not have focus on getting the clients, so it can create an imbalance in your agency. So at the same time, while you are making sure that you have a very high quality system in place in your agency, just make sure that your revenue goals are achieved. So it says that the revenue growth can also be a simple KPI to be achieved, where ask your marketing team, ask your sales team, hold them accountable, give them numbers to be achieved every day, maybe in number of leads, every week, maybe in number of sales, every month, maybe overall growth of the company, every quarter, maybe overall growth of the company every year as the major milestone achieved by your company. And do not forget that you have to reach 7 figures or multiple 7 figures, which could be $1 million, 2, 3, 4, 5, and beyond. And those should be your target. So if your revenue growth is being met, go ahead and reward those salespeople or the marketing people who are doing a great job. And who are below the metrics, do not forget to filter out any employees which are not right at the right roles. Now, by doing all that, do not forget that your organization strength is heavily based on profit. So another KPI, it says project profitability. So your integrator has to ensure projects are profitable and meet or exceed profit margin. So he has to set such employees' payrolls or the production cost or the marketing cost or the overheads in such a way that you are getting some good amount of profits. Because if you're not thinking about making good profit, then all of your activities, all of your efforts can actually go in vain. So keep in mind that you're keeping a minimum of 25 to 30% as profit margins, and then you are allocating the rest of the money actually to different departments, making sure they are being strengthened. And then once you have those like 25%, 30%, maybe in some cases 40% of the profit margins, then you're reinvesting back to your company to have more revenue growth. So if your integrator, if your COO, if your project managers are ensuring that, okay, if a project has to be delivered in 200 hours and they are delivering in less than 200 hours or maybe 200 hours, it remains the profitability percentage. However, if that exceeds, so let's say 300 hours, then maybe you're paying from your pocket. So if your project manager is meeting those profitability metrics or indexes, go ahead and reward those project managers. And if they're actually not meeting those and below the margins, then go ahead and finalize the penalty system for them. Now, at the same time, the next KPI says time spent on non-billable work. Minimize the amount of time spent on non-billable work to maximize billable hours. What is it? That essentially means, okay, your developer, your marketer, if they are hired full-time, let's say they have 160 hours. Now, if they're being given the work, let's say for 120 hours or 100 hours in a month, and they're sitting idle for next 40 hours or 60 hours in a month, you may end up in reduced profitability, or you may end up in loss for that particular resource or the client or the project as well. So just make sure that you have a continuous flow of work going on, and then hold your project managers or your integrator or your CEO responsible to make sure that they have the right stream of projects coming up and the project efficiencies are at maximum. The resource efficiency are at maximum. And if your project manager is actually able to do that, go ahead and reward that project manager. He's doing a really good job to make healthy profits for you. Another very important and final factor in the book, it says for the KPI, client retention rate, percentage of clients who continue to do the business with agency over the time. And that is coming from MRR, monthly recurring revenue. And that is a core for your agency. By book, it says that your agency should have an MRR, monthly recurring revenue of, let's say, minimum 80%. And if you're not meeting that 80% of the revenue, then you should think about where the customers are going. Is there a problem in your business model? Or is there a problem in your delivery model and the clients are not being retained by you? And who is responsible for that? Find those avenues, find those resources who are responsible for that, and aim to achieve the maximum retention for the clients. And all the stakeholders who are involved in retaining those clients, which could be the delivery team, your project manager, integrator, any team that is creating good environment for your client, good service for your client, try to find the ways to reward them, because monthly recurring revenue, the retention of your clients is the core of your agency. And if you're able to survive a client for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years and beyond, that means it is the backbone of your agency. So all of these metrics for the KPI, which I mentioned you today, guys, just go ahead, evaluate in your agency, see where you're lacking, and see all those things which have not been implemented as of today. And go ahead in the comments of this video, comment for any other instructions, any other suggestions you have in mind, or any other problems that you're facing while setting up the rewards and penalty mechanism in your agency. Until next time, I hope you like the session. Go ahead and notify yourself again for the future videos. I take out my time just to make sure that you guys are running a powerful agency. Go ahead and notify yourself. Share this video among other agency owners so other agency owners are being powerful as well. Until next time, just watch out. Thank you.